Big Willie was a farmer, bustin' bud and growing weed on half a section that had passed down from his dad. He had a wife and kids and he was scratching out a living in the only job that he had ever had. Warm weather had come early and the wheat was growing fast. He was hoping that this year would be his best. If the rain kept falling gently and the tractor didn't break, he'd put that stack of bills upon his desk to rest. One night he came home hot and tired and ready for some shut-eye when his wife brought him some interesting mail. It concerned the 40 acres in the middle of his wheat field and the fact that it was habitat for snails. Historically, the letter said that plot of land was wetland and deserved the full protection of the law. You'll have to fence it off and quickly correct all improvements. By the way, weed on a wetland is a flaw. This land ain't your land, this land is our land, and you have to do exactly as we say. This land ain't your land, this land is our land, and we appreciate the taxes that you pay. Big Willie wasn't happy, who could blame the way he felt, and he called the letter's signer on the phone. I'll organize my neighbors, but the bureaucrat replied, your neighbors probably have troubles of their own. How can you call that wetland? Why, the only time it's wet is when the rain is falling gently from the sky. I'm growing wheat, not lily pads, and any numbskull knows you can't grow wheat in swamps no matter how you try. The bureaucrat replied, environmental law gives me the right to seize your land at any time I wish. We know without encouragement you wouldn't do a thing to help those bugs and birds and animals and fish. You should be proud your land has been selected and you have this opportunity to help your Mother Earth. Just view this as a contribution like the ones of soldiers who died fighting for the country of their birth. This land ain't your land, this land is our land, and you have to do exactly as we say. This land ain't your land, this land is our land, and we appreciate the taxes that you pay. Big Willie felt his blood heat up toward the boiling point because the man had the audacity to say that men upon the battlefield had offered up their lives to give this man the right to take his land away. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness were reasons this country told the world it was free. This country still applies the rights to all its occupants, including all the birds and animals and trees. Big Willie roared into the phone, you haven't beat me yet, I'll take this fight to people of the USA. Farm by farm and state by state, we'll take this country back, we'll stand together strong, united all the way. Private property is private, I've been told that from my birth, so don't demand that I do what you say is right. It's America, not China, and you're in for a surprise if you think I'll give up my land without a fight.
We all have neighbors like Big Willie, and it's time that we remind ourselves that Big Willie's problem affects us all. Our forefathers drafted a statement that commands us as Americans to remind the government that they are there by our own consent. Let's listen once again to those inspiring words. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed,
that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government.